Yeah, but there's this other type of client that wants a different type of what we're offering as a product for their specific company needs. They want extra privacy. They're prepared to launch it to a much bigger audience of people, right? They are prepared to onboard thousands of people on the product so that they can adopt the AI in their enterprise, in their company, corporation, whatever we want to call it. And they're looking for different things. And the way that we approach those people, the way that we sell to those people and market to those people is very different than the way that we sell and market to SMBs or like small to medium businesses, right, that are coming to the self-serve product. And this is where we're going to talk about where the course, we can go back to where the course fits into that funnel, but it's a different, it's a second funnel. Essentially it's a different funnel a little bit.
Yes, yes and no. So the thing is, they overlap. And the reason why, let's talk about the enterprise first. Back in June, 2 months after we started, we said this product collaborates in ChatGPT. It cannot be, a $1 billion idea. So if we want to exist in the long run, we need to find a market, a niche, which is better. And for us, this was the enterprise niche. We had a hypothesis that many companies around the world would want to use LLMs, large language models, such as ChatGPT, but have private data on their own servers and be able to use many different models, which are not by OpenAI, not by Google, but their own models. And this became the enterprise hypothesis. We had, by the way, 10 different hypotheses, educational institutions, training companies, a bunch of stuff. And
I still believe in the possibility that we might chase some of those if we have the right resources
funding.
at our disposal. Funding,
Yeah,
yes.
this is important. We need funding to experiment.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, if we don't get funding we cannot experiment. We have to focus on the best stuff. And yeah, with the enterprise, what we saw was, well, they found us on their own.
Yeah.
Either we built the landing page. Again, guys, fake door, definitely. Enterprise page is up and running since August, I think, while enterprise was still a hypothesis. And we said, deploy team-gpt on your own server. We couldn't deploy it. There was no way to do it.
Yeah, we did not have the technical backup to do that.
Yes, but we went. But in September, the first major company with 400,000 employees.
Let me say that again.
Worldwide.
400,000 employees.
They came to us and they said, what you're offering is the best solution out there for our needs. We want to deploy it on our own servers and we want to work with you. And the reason why they wanted it was, first they went through the funnel, they got the product, they invited their team, and this is the bottom-up approach. And I want to underline this. Our existing product is very important because teams, no matter how big is the organization, you can come from a big enterprise, you come in, you see the product you're gonna get, you get hooked, and then you tell your boss, this is the best product out there. So this is an important bit of our funnel for the enterprise. And this guy comes and he's like, okay, I'm one of the decision makers, I want your software on our servers, and we'll pay you a lot of money to do it. And we went through the full enterprise sales cycle with these guys, starting in September when we weren't ready for this. But then Jaco jumped in, started ghostwriting these emails. And I remember at the end of the negotiations, the guy said how impressed he was with the level of enterprise negotiations that we have. And this built a lot of trust. Building in public built a lot of trust. He said, I know your financials, I know your team, I know everything about you, and I know how committed you are. You're an expert, you're trying to be a thought leader.
Yep.
You do the education. And he said it's the full package, and this is what they want. They want every touch point with the enterprise is about trust. They need to trust you. They need to know you're genuine, You don't have anything to hide. You don't have any hidden thoughts. Oh, I'm gonna no screw them up or something like this. No, they want to work with someone who might not be perfect, but is upfront about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And this helps them make good decisions and defend their decisions in front of other decision makers. And truth is, we will become perfect when we get the funding and we can build, we can start spending money on polishing the details and not only on, gaining more traction in these things.
Yeah.
But yeah, enterprise, very important to go. It was very important to go through the full sales cycle. And by the way, enterprise sales, very interesting. Jeku taught me all the stuff.
Yeah, but you shared your process recently in one of the Slack channels. It
Yes.
was literally written on a receipt, on a napkin.
Yeah,
Do you want to share? I mean, I understood your process, but do you want to discuss it just in
Yes.
a little bit?
Okay, so it's all about closing the deal. Now, you want to close the deal, and this is the premise from the first day. You enter in a call and you want to close the deal and you want to close it as quickly as possible. Now, this is the main idea. And now the question is, how do you close the deal? What do you need to do to be able to sign a contract and get them? So before you have money in the bank, nothing is final. So to get money in the bank, let's reverse engineer it. To get money in the bank, you need to sign a contract.
Mm-hmm.
To sign a contract, you need to have all of the details written inside the contract. To have all the stuff written in the contract, you have to explicitly say them. And this is the key with enterprise. There is not a single thing which should be missing. And on this napkin, what I said was the first time, so I start talking to these guys, and then from the moment I send them an offer, I start closing. And after the offer, I have to follow up, and this is moving ahead. I have to find the decision makers. So who do I need to convince? I have to identify who do I need to convince. I need a timeline of when are things gonna happen, and we call this. So first we qualify if there is a deal at all. You send the offer. If there is silence, you start like, hey, is this a priority for you? Are we gonna do this? What are the stuff? So if they're ghosting you, there is no deal. If they reply to you but they're fuzzy and they don't tell you much, maybe there's no deal. And if the final thing you have to say about the deal is, literally I sent this to one guy and it was like, we can figure out the details later, but please let me know
if I should spend time on this, right?
You don't say it like this, but you say, please let me know if this is a priority for you right now. It's okay if it's not, just let me know. And you have to give them the right to say. And if they say, oh, this is a priority for me, next step is when. When is this a priority for you? Timeline, and you need a timeline. And the timeline has to be very, very specific. If you say, we need 60 days, you have to say 60 calendar days or 60 business days.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which one it is. Both work for enterprise. They wouldn't even bat an eye for this thing.
Yeah.
But if you're not explicit, you're opening the door for another email, which is, do you mean calendar days or business days?
Yes.
Yeah. So Jeku is writing these super long emails, and in the beginning I was like, they're so long. Why is he doing this? Well, to close faster, you have to say every single thing that they might ask you for. And the more enterprise deals you're doing, the longer the emails, and you're making everything explicit from the get-go.
Yeah.
This is building more trust with them because you preempt all of the questions they have. They know you're a professional.
Yeah.
They know you have a good process. And yeah, so to go back, offer, qualify if there is a deal, then make the timeline explicit, then make every tiny detail explicit, sign the contract, get the money in the bank. And
then you have to have an infinite amount of time in your day. How many? This sounds like a very time-consuming process, right? So, like, how much of your time goes into that, right?
More than I can afford right now, but the truth is, this is the number one priority. Yeah, I'm raising funds, but if I close 10 enterprise deals tomorrow, I don't need funds. like the funds are coming from the clients. So always be closing, always be working for the enterprise clients. This is the flagship product, this is who we care for, and this is who we are gonna serve in the long run.
Yep.
So always my time is first for them and then for everybody else. And we just hired a full-time guy who has many years of 17 years of enterprise sales experience.
Nice.
And this makes a difference, like, because one wrong email and the
Yeah.
enterprise still stops trusting you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Final thing I wanted to say about the enterprise is I have realized, and my other mentors, like Emil Tsankov, who is advising us on AI agents a lot. Emil told me with enterprise there are many gates that you have to open, and you have the, do you have a good product, do you have a stable product, do you have a good sales process, do you reply to emails properly, do you know the enterprise sales language that is used, do you offer trainings, do you have this feature, do you have this other thing, and are you compliant in this way? All of these are gates, and if you can open these gates very quickly, and with the online course we're opening the education gate, and I'm literally writing one line: we have an online course in the platform and we offer any other live courses you want. Some of them, they don't care about it, but it is a checkbox that needs to be checked so you can move ahead with the deal. And what we've built in the last 1 year is we have opened pretty much all the gates from the get-go, and they come to us and they have nothing they can say about us that stops the deal or blocks the deal. And it becomes a process of timelines, and when are we gonna close, when are you gonna give us the money so we can do it. We have opened all the other gates and we have done this before.
We currently have 1.5 million in the pipeline, right?
Yeah. With us, this is the beauty of it. Enterprise sales, I get on the call and many of them are not ready to buy. Some of them are in the very beginning. Sales process is between 6 and 9 months, and they come to me and I tell them, listen, I know it's not the right time for you, but I'll give you the offer so you can benchmark it against every other thing on the market. I give them the offer. I also send them the chat-gpt adoption methodology that I've developed on top of my educational experience, scientific research, and so on. And I tell them, we know how your company can adopt AI, 100% private, we do everything, this is the pricing. Now, don't buy it now, but buy the cheap product. Because you need to test it before you commit. And the cheap product is what, $20 per month for a team? This is where it starts right now. Hopefully soon it's going to be more.
It will be.
But it starts at, and if you're an enterprise client who's gonna pay $5,000 per month, $10,000 per month, $20 is nothing. You are obliged to pay it before you make the decision. And I close them immediately during the call. I close them immediately. The first thing they do after the call, they buy the product.
They sign up.
They sign up. They start testing it, because this is the key step in their process. So they convert to the other one.